and Now biscuits.
The minor questions, functional grants, Vagrancy Act to target only criminals, and more than 20 people rescued at Vanapa. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. As the financial year adds towards the second quarter, a concern was raised by the member for Chuave, James Nomane, as to why the functional grants for the provinces are yet to be received by provincial governments.
The member for Chuave and the deputy opposition leader James Nomane said his district has received only 2 million kina of the 15 million kina budgeted, and the Jimbo provincial government has not received any functional grants. He asked a question without notice to the treasurer as to when the supplementary budget will be passed.
Are you, as a responsible government, going to bring a supplementary budget and realign expenses, cut off the Connect PNG scam, and focus on districts, provinces, and key sectors like the health department?
In response to this, the Minister for Treasury, Ian Links-Taki, had this to say.
I wish that we could have released funds back to your province and back to yourself, my good member, and to everyone else sitting inside here. But as we will find out, I hope to table the FBO next week on Thursday or Wednesday. And we'll see that last year, for example, revenues were down by about 1,500 million kina.
He urged the members of parliament to utilize what they have.
And that's about 16% of your budget. And of that amount, we have yet to release those funds. But at this point in time, from the records I have at IFMIS, we have about 10 million in the provincial government funds. So if I could urge us to utilize that until the Department of Finance can release more funds.
In a supplementary question, the governor for East Sepik asked the treasurer to explain to the people the real issues, as East Sepik provincial government did not receive the funds in May last year till now.
I just want to ask the treasurer whether the problems are with budgeting or whether the problems are with cash distribution out of finance.
The Treasury Minister said he will reply to all these in details. He also announced that he will be submitting a FBO report come next week Thursday.
And firstly, respond by saying that this government, the Department of Treasury and Finance, are not withholding any information, Mr. Speaker. We're not deliberately hiding any information from this Parliament or the people of this country.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The opposition leader asked the Prime Minister if the Connect PNG program will be put on hold as it is under investigation.
The opposition leader and member for Kirwina Goodenough, Douglas Tomuriesa, asked if it is true that the government has instituted this investigation to Connect PNG program. Mr. Tomuriesa asked Prime Minister James Marape if the Connect PNG program will be put on hold while the investigation is in progress.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, if the Prime Minister can confirm if it is true that the government has instituted this investigation, number one. And number two, if this is confirmed, are you going to stop or put on hold the Connect PNG program to allow the investigations you have instituted to proceed on without delay and to stop spending more public funds while the investigation is in progress?
In response, Prime Minister said there is an investigation now on foot due to public outcry.
we welcome every look into how we're conducting our businesses. Connect PNG is a major focus, a flagship of this government. We want to open up all parts of our country who have been left behind. And Mr. Deputy Speaker, I want to inform this House through this good question.
He elaborated on the investigation.
But this is an important program. We cannot allow corruption allegations or corruption practice to compromise this program. And so we have sanctioned the audit. We could have easily called for an audit internally, but this government called for international audit. An international audit firm is engaged, an international engineering firm is engaged. And if impropriety is found, then it will expose the improprieties.
Prime Minister Marape said the intention for Connect PNG is good and this investigation will tell. He said he will be driving from Port Moresby to Lae in September for the first time as a result of Connect PNG program. Marape further said they will not stop the Connect PNG program as work will progress.
The work that is running will not be stopped. Contracts we have running will be supported. Finance, and if the work of investigation, they're time-bound. We ask them to be quick in the first stage, and if they conclude and they ask us to stop this and let us review and have a holistic look, we will listen to their competent advices. But in the meantime, I want to inform this House the investigation from independent people will run, and the work will continue to run. We want to link up this country.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
National Capital District Governor Paul Sparkop said the Vagrancy Act that is yet to be passed in Parliament will only target criminals. National Capital District Governor Paul Sparkop said the Vagrancy Act that is yet to be passed in Parliament will only target criminals.
Governor Pakop said this in response to a community representative from the Manuti area in 9 Mile yesterday.
So whether you're employed or unemployed, you buy stuff good. SME or you buy stuff good. As long as you keep in peace, respecting community, building community.
Pakop said citizens will only be deployed back to their own provinces if and when they are involved in illegal activities.
Okay, you certified now. But me can declare him you as a vagrant. You know, fit to live among multi-ethnic, multinational, multi-faith, multicultural community of Port Moresby.
He said top-ranking officials who are involved in the supplying of guns to cause trouble will also be declared vagrant.
And me look me talk Peninsula Parliament here. Some people you may involve gun running, supporting tribal fighter, supporting political fighter. You may work him. Supply him gun, supply him when me ammunition kind of thing. Me blockade him you but Peninsula Moresby. You go stop on the house line Glayuna, see how you go.
As a way of identifying illegal activities within the city, Governor Pakop said NCDC will install closed-circuit television backed by artificial intelligence to monitor people's movement. The Vagrancy Act bill was referred to the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Constitutional Laws and Subordinate, which will vet and give approval before Parliament proceeds to the debate. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Police in Central Province and other support units rescued over 20 people at Vanapa along the Iwitsano Highway in Central Province.
Police responded after one of their officers who was traveling to Port Moresby from Vanapa witnessed men believed to be from Goilala residing at Vanapa Bridge blocking off the road and trying to damage vehicles. According to Central Police Commander Acting Superintendent Joseph Saleh, the police officer was trying to control the situation when he realized he was outnumbered. The men blocked off the road, stoned a PMV bus, causing the driver to lose control and go off the road. PPC Saleh said police units from Port Moresby, Doha and Berena who were at the scene were able to locate 4 missing passengers. The 4 were found in the bush and were transported back to Port Moresby. He further confirmed their belongings were stolen during the ordeal. PPC Saleh condemned the false information circulating on social media stating that 4 people were killed at Vanapa. Mr. Saleh thanked the police officers for their quick response and urged the traveling public along that section of the road to be on alert as there is still tension after the Waigani Market incident. In the meantime, police are working to resolve this issue. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Minister for Police Peter Chiamalili Jr., when responding on the kidnapping incident in Parliament yesterday, stated that 14 special units are currently on location in search of the hostages.
The question was raised by Member for North Fly James Donnell, asking the Police Minister for progress on operation to recover the hostages.
We have a high school there, it's also closed down, and everybody is in fear.
Minister Chiamalili has assured the Member for North Fly that the team on ground are doing the best. He admitted that geographical location is a challenge.
As I said earlier, it's an operational matter and not everything we can disclose, but rest assured that we have a team that has been on the ground. The terrain that we have on that side too is not easy.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
During Parliament today, the Governor for Oro Province asked a question without notice to the Deputy Prime Minister on the issue of increase in alluvial mining by foreigners.
Mr. Chufa said the foreigners are setting up many alluvial mines that they themselves are operating. He asked if the government is aware of what is happening in the alluvial sector.
What is happening in this regards with this particular business? Statistics indicate that gold production has actually increased, alluvial gold production. Yet, statistics also indicate that there's been a drop in exports. The only conclusion is that there's significant gold being smuggled out of our country. Then you see the rise of expatriates involved. And I say most of these are Chinese nationals, however, they're expatriates from other parts of the world who are also involved.
The Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso said the government is concerned about this as well.
What are the relevant organizations tasked to administrate and enforce the laws to prevent this doing about this? For instance, IPA. That organization for a long time has become just a rubber stamping and registering companies, but not enforcing laws in regards to how those businesses operate in our country. Labor is the other organization. Are they carrying out any audits and inspections out there in our country?
He said he will have an urgent meeting with various sectors in the coming weeks to address ways of combating these illegal activities.
Government aware of what's happening in this particular sector, the alluvial mining sector? What is it doing about it? And then again, what are we doing about the restricted businesses that for so long we have not made an effort to enforce or administrate in an effective manner, and now it's come to the point where there are no restricted businesses in Papua New Guinea for Papua New Guinean citizens only.
Mr. Rosso revealed that licenses are owned by local people.
Coordinating between the various sectors of immigration, police, the respective members for WAU, Bulolo, Labour, and the mining minister to converge an urgent meeting to address these issues. So we'll be holding that in the next couple of days to start to look at ways of assessing and combating these illegal activity that is happening in a lot of places.
He is urging the people in the village to conduct business correctly and know that these are reserved businesses for Papua New Guineans. Mr. Rosso further said the list for restricted business activities is ready to be released to the cabinet. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Superintendent Warwick Simateb has been appointed as the new Metropolitan Superintendent for National Capital District Police Command.
The appointment was made by the commander of NCD Central, Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Turi, yesterday. Superintendent Simateb has risen through the ranks, beginning his service as a constable. He brings with him a wealth of operational and administrative experience, public safety, and criminal investigations within NCD. Superintendent Simateb said he is looking forward to supporting the divisional commander, ACP Benjamin Turi, in implementing the NCD annual management plan. He aims to ensure the successful delivery of provincial and district development plans, as well as provide clear visible indicators of police service delivery to every Papua New Guinean. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Secure your advertising today with MTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission said they will continue to support the government's ban on imported chicken from Australia and countries in Asia. However, the increase in price for domestic chicken produce is a concern.
Chief Executive Officer for ICCC, Paulus Ein, told MTV News today that due to no import competition, increase in prices for domestic chicken produce is expected. Mr. Ein said since the ban was enforced in January 2023, the ICCC has been tracking chicken prices and noted that the retail prices for the popular Kui Kai from New Guinea table birds and the competing Kai Kai brand from Zinag do not vary significantly nor increased significantly during that period. The retail prices for these two popular chicken products are maintained at an average price of 20 kina per tray, with some shops selling slightly lower than 20 kina per tray, whilst others selling slightly above the 20 kina average price since 2023. The CEO said ICCC has also been calling on the government to complement the ban by running other programs to stimulate local production by encouraging entry and identifying and removing expense and barriers in our local poultry industry. He stressed that stock feed is a major cost driver and therefore the government should consider reducing or removing import tariff on stock feed in the short to medium term while encouraging local feed production in the long term. ICCC is also calling on the domestic chicken producers to reduce costs within their controls by identifying and applying cost-efficient measures of production and distribution. Pakatambua, National MTV News.
Kandep District Member Don Pollier has questioned the government on the status of Mulitaka Restoration Authority, which is responsible for managing recovery efforts to the communities affected by the devastating landslide which occurred last year.
Following the Mulitaka landslide in Enga on the 24th of May last year, which resulted in the loss of hundreds of lives and properties, the Restoration Authority was established in November to coordinate recovery efforts, including resettlement, rebuilding infrastructure, and restoring essential services. During the question time in yesterday's Parliament session, Mr. Pollier directed his question to the Minister for Intergovernment Relations on the status of current programs, which is expected to boost the restoration process.
Honourable Member for Kandep.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I think the people would like to know what's happening, the current status, and also the donor development partners and other donors, NGOs that have been working together to bring some comfort and service and resettlement programs to the people. Also would like to know what the current program is.
Responding to the question, Minister for Provincial and Local Government Affairs, Soroi Eho, said there have been delays in the programs because the authority has no board that will manage the function of the authority.
There has been lots of infights in the provincial government as well as immediate areas. So this has taken some time to address in the issue. But we have received a nomination from wide-ranging groups, including provincial government, in terms of establishing who should be on the board, including the chairman of the board. So my department is now putting together names, Mr. Speaker.
Minister Heo further reassured the people that the authority will soon carry out its duty. He said his department had received nomination for the board and appointments will be made.
Mr. Speaker, to take it to the cabinet to endorse the appointment of the board, and then the board will be then given the tasks that are required of them.
Pakatambua, National MTV News.
With the local level governments were raised on the floor of Parliament by the former Prime Minister and the member for Yalibu Pangia, Peter O'Neill, on the duration of the elections.
After a question without notice which was raised by the member for Abau, Sepukotemo, on the exact dates for the LLG elections, the member for Yalubopangia, Peter O'Neill, asked why the duration of the election is 3 months.
To conduct these elections. Unfortunately, this election is now going over for over 3 months, Mr. Speaker. When we all know that the council elections relate to individual votes in the villages and nearby hamlets that are surrounding that particular ward. Can the minister say why does he has to conduct these elections for over 3 months? Why do we have to allow people to run around with posters for 3 months in the same village that they live in and work and survive every day?
He said people are tired of politics. The minister responsible had this to say.
LLG elections to have fair time of planning in terms of resources, in terms of organizations and all that. And that has been on the floor of Parliament, and I think one of those amendments is going through to the Parliament. And hence, this amendment, what it's doing is that it allows, after national election, a time period of about 30 months is allowed.
The local level government election is now undergoing its campaign period, as the first phase has been completed with the nominations. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Health Minister, Elias Kapavore, dismissed information of Goroka Hospital's emergency ward being closed due to lack of medical supplies. This was in response to Deputy Opposition Leader's statement yesterday, which the minister deemed as partially incorrect. The member for Okapa Open, Saki Solomon, reiterated on the Deputy Opposition statement on Goroka Hospital's emergency ward being shut down due to lack of medical supplies.
Minister confirm or deny if health facility Goroka got also medical supplies?
The health minister in response said the emergency ward is in full operation.
The emergency section of the ward was not sad. It was in full operation. That's according to the acting CEO who made mention to us yesterday. So I'd like to correct the statement by the Deputy Opposition Leader. Dr. Golsema Ausik Emergency Department of Goroka and yesterday because of not margin and talking true.
He urged members of parliament to report facts in the People's House. Meanwhile, Mr. Kapavore said, according to statistics from the Health Department, 80% of medical supplies are currently available in the health systems.
Those type of medical supplies today, Prosecution government, I'll commit funding of 239 million kina this budget. To date, government released 116 million kina. Long medical supplies.
Mr. Kapavore said the government is doing its best to ensure service is delivered to the people. With a population of more than 1,000 students, North Mendi Primary School in Southern Highlands faces challenges and setbacks on teaching staff and materials.
Headmistress Miss Alberta Kokoles said, being a female to run such primary school with 1,634 students is not easy. She pointed out challenges related to the tuition fee-free funding to the school.
In the past, it was okay. With a low population of the students, the school was able to function, the school was able to run through. We were able to close the school. But this year, we had a lot of drop in our TFF. That is a very big challenge that I have this year.
She further stressed on the insufficient material curriculum and the teaching staff on the ground.
Population in the school is really high, unlike in the past. Teachers with insufficient curriculum materials cannot effectively execute teaching and learning. They are trying their best to cope up with the situation. We have the ratio of 1:45 as I speak, the population of the students per class. We have a stream of one grade with 6 streams of classes, And the grade 4s and grade 5s, because of the overpopulation, we have classrooms to create another class, which will take them to 7 classes for grade 3 and 7 classes for grade 4. But we don't have teachers.
The headmistress adds authority to create some more positions for the school to match the number of students' population. Meanwhile, PNG Teachers Association President for Southern Islands and Hela and a current senior teacher in North Mendi Primary School, Mr. Chris Kaya, called on the Provincial Education Board to cope up with the standard system that was slow. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mendi.
More than 800 students graduated from flexible open distance education in Western Province recently under the Sustainable Development Program funded initiative implemented by the Kokoda Track Foundation. This is the largest graduating cohort of flexible open distance education students the Fly River area has seen. Among the graduates was Marilyn Duwabo, a single mother of 3 boys and a local primary teacher in Kiunga, who successfully upgraded a grade 12 results through FODE. Ms. Duwabo was also honored as the DAX for a class. She said such opportunities push people to advance to the next level and provide good opportunities for their families. The landmark partnership between Sustainable Development Program and Kokoda Track Foundation, along with the Western Province Division of Education, are working to extend education pathways to some of the province's most remote communities, offering students a second chance at education. Through the vision of the SDP's Good Bella Community Strategy 2025 to 2030 and the cultivation of the strong long-term partnership between SDP, KTF and the Western Province Division of Education, thousands of students are grasping an educational lifeline through second chance FODE pathways. The Sirunki Lutheran Secondary and Pili Kambi Secondary Schools in Layagap, Enga Province have received new uniforms by the Layagap District Development Authority.
The authority's executive officer Londari Lasela said Sirunki Lutheran Secondary School received 12 boxes of school uniforms, while Pilikambi Secondary School received 11 boxes. Mr. Lasela said the district is committed to assist the 2 secondary schools operating in Layagap district that have been educating students from Wabek, Kandep and Pogerak Paela districts. The district has also presented a new vehicle to Wanepop Inclusive High School, and Ayak High School will receive their vehicle later this year to assist in the management and operations of both institutions. Lasela added that the district authority will continue to assist elementary, primary and high schools throughout the district and urged parents to prioritize the education of their children. Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed unchanged at 0.2439 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying 0.2364 US dollars, 0.3642 Australian dollars, 0.2007 euro, and 33.72 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. From the pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. National Energy Authority has launched its internal audit committee program to make sure the agency complies with rules and regulations. Managing Director for NEA, Ronald Mekata, said this would prevent mismanagement.
The National Energy Authority was established in 2021 with its primary objective to improve delivery of domestic energy policy, regulation and governance. With just 4 years into its operation, NEA Managing Director Ronald Mekata says the launch of its internal audit committee is a significant milestone for the government agency.
So we have serious commitments from ADB and the World Bank. And those organizations, they have the prerequisite requirements that you got to meet. So it's important for us as an authority to have those governance systems and processes in place. So that they meet the requirements. Other organizations come to, PNG.
First Assistant Auditor General Ekip Kop applauded NEA. He said NEA is now a model agency and other government agencies should follow the path.
Thank the Department of Finance. They came up with this audit committee for each entities, and it's very crucial. And if they have not internal audit committee meetings, they should establish it for the good of our people, our country. And Department of Finance has to know.
Mr. Cobb said the Auditor General's primary function is to inspect, audit and report to the Parliament on the public accounts and financial transactions of the country. This includes overseeing the control and use of public money and property, ensuring transparency and accountability in the public sector. He said they will be in close consultant with the NEA's internal audit committee going forward. Pakatambua, National MTV News.
3 foreign judges appointed as judicial officers yesterday are from Australia, Fiji and Sri Lanka. Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi said the inclusion of foreign judges is to improve the prosecution system in the country.
The judges are Justice Graham Ellis, Justice Mohammed Kend, and Justice Rangajiva Wimalasena. Minister Niningi said the experts would create a more stronger pathway for other prosecutors in PNG to follow through when dealing with law and order issues in the country.
I'm going to talk to the foreign, especially Australia, New Zealand, all these people to give us. Prosecution is an area that we need. Advanced crimes are happening all over, drugs and everything else, and you need experts in that area.
He highlighted plans of sending PNG prosecutors and lawyers abroad for studies.
Also wanted to see that the prosecutors go to overseas and train, get some courses down to prosecution. So that's what we will. My long-term dream is to have prosecutors well trained, get some trainings.
Meanwhile, Minister Niningi said he has been focusing on the restructure within the department.
My time is almost taken up by court appeal and restructures, but this new thing called court restructure is taking a lot of my time. I personally, physically take the papers and do this, take it around to do this, because in PNG you cannot write and leave it and somebody go and clerk, go and post it, and it doesn't work. You just have to physically go and deliver and get the results.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
A research by United Nations Children Fund showed that about 80% of children living in the rural areas of Papua New Guinea face limited access to services and opportunities. It is also found that more than 600 children in National Capital District reported cases of gender-based violence.
This research was presented by UNICEF to the newly established Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Children and Youth at the State Function Room in Port Moresby today. From this, Minister for Community Development, Jason Peters, said there is more to be done in this area with the assistance from the Permanent Parliamentary Committee.
We still got a lot of issues, especially the workforce, to accomplish all our work along with that space. But with the office of with the Parliamentary Committee now for the children, we believe we'll push more effort in that space and much can be achieved in a shorter term.
Additionally, Prime Minister James Marape said children must be the center of conversations at all levels. Marape called on all leaders to work together to stop the negative statistics facing the country. Supporting this call, United Nations representative Dr. Nazad Mala said the newly established committee will monitor and remind policymakers to act on children's behalf. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
In development for the education sector in Southern Highlands Province, teachers and ancillary staff at North Mendi Primary School have received new uniforms designed by Inaka Tailoring Company in Ella Province.
School Headmistress Mrs. Kokoles said this initiative aims to uplift the educational environment and empower educators in their important roles. Mrs. Kokole explained that this initiative was planned in 2008, but unfortunately, it was not implemented till this year. She added that by the first week of Term 3, all students will be in their new manufactured uniforms with their teachers.
2008, we had the sleep plan program, and we were one of the first school who set to write up our sleep plan for the school. And in the initial plan of that sleep plan, we we also planned for uniform. But unfortunately, during that period of time, from 2008 to 2025, we were unable to purchase any uniform. I also want to thank the Board of Management of this school under the leadership of our chairman, Robert Posu. They came up with teachers' uniform. They sat for the board meeting and approved that teachers should have school uniform in the school.
Meanwhile, on behalf of the teachers, Mr. Chris Kaya expressed gratitude, indicating that teachers are very proud to be in their new uniforms. He said the provincial government should step in to help those high-level schools in the province by supporting them with uniforms.
For schools like bigger primary schools from level 6, 7, and 8, with high schools, junior high schools, and secondary, the uniforms can be provided by the provincial government as one of the incentives to boost the morale.
Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mendi.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trokai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
We measure the competency of a child, and we all know that children, each individual is different.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions on the government's plan to phase out grade 8 and 10 examinations.
Are we really ready to implement the policy? Because if you want to just pursue the interest of achieving leaving no child behind, then definitely we're going to compromise the quality part of it.
That's on Monday night. Trokai Sports.
Welcome to Trokai Sports. Fiji women's national football team has touched down today in Port Moresby ahead of their two friendly matches against PNG national women's team starting this Friday. NRL in PNG's Voice Against Violence workshop was held today at the Regina Sagu Foundation and office in Gordons, Port Moresby. The workshop aims to educate youths on gender-based violence.
Speaking during the workshop today, coordinator for Regina Sagu Foundation gave an insight of the workshop.
I think under NRL PNG, this program that we are doing is Voice Against Violence, and we are one of their partners. And we, Regina Sagu Foundation, we partner with them on the Voice Against Violence. So the foundation is basically a organization that advocates for violence against women and girls. So part of our program and part of our partnership with NRL in PNG, we run this workshop. We go through the participants with different types of violence that we are facing at the moment, and then the different who caused those violence. We need to be aware. So that is what we basically explore during this workshop.
Mr. Ayok says this partnership was formed 3 years ago with PNG NRL, with this being its fourth workshop. Meanwhile, Program Development Officer Carol Humeu further stressed on the importance of the workshop.
This workshop, Voice Against Violence workshop, where Mibla NRL PNG partners on the Regina Sagu Foundation are running on them all rugby league teams, not only rugby league teams, but community as well. So this workshop is important. Karimol youths from the communities we all take part in rugby league. Karimol can talk about the importance of violence, different forms of violence.
Ms. Humeu further stated this workshop is very important where the training undergone can help youths impart the knowledge in their communities. Joel Mipari, Tukai Sports.
Tukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Tukai Sports.
Chicken kebasa je, ha? Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia-Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia-Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes, highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Auckland.
Now an NRL team based here.
We create a pathway
and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnabel and you're watching
all the younger ones should follow.
14, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. Having watched the State of Origin on TV has now become a reality for a father who's traveled all the way from Mount Hagen to be accompanied by his son to watch the first State of Origin test in Brisbane.
Hi, my name is Christina. I'm just escorting my brothers to watch the Queenslander and the New South Wales playing. I'm gonna watch on TV, but I'm just escorting them. I've been here for like two years, and I'm a first Queenslander here. Go Queensland, yay!
Hi, my name is Jonathan Morang. I'm from Joaka. I've been in Brisbane for 8 months now. I've always watched the Queensland, the State of Origin on the TVs, but now I'll be watching it live, and I'm so happy that my dad also came, and we'll be watching it together, and it's a thrilling moment. So go Queensland Maroons!
Well, Brisbane Sunday last week, we like watching the game. I come State of Origin. I come maybe start 1 week number later. Now tonight when we watching game live, me dad Maroons now. Hopefully Maroons win. I mean I must go back. Thank you.
And that ends True Guy Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
Healing to all the residents.
Business.
Here launched its VPN.
Politics.
To infiltrate into our systems.
Sports and more.
Avenue Park as we observe the preparations for the women's.
A closer look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. Looking at Momase region, Lake City becoming cloudy with evening showers and rain and possible thunderstorm. Medeng partly cloudy with brief showers and drizzles. Wewak partly cloudy with occasional showers and rain and possible thunderstorm. And Vanimo partly cloudy with occasional rain and showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 28th of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next, 7 p.m. Kai time, 7:30 p.m.